The current spoiler warning level is butterscotch.
Friends and folks, for this episode, you're looking at a spoiler warning level of butterscotch. We're talking about machines from Gundam 00 Season 2, and plot details about that machine, which is pretty plot important, and its pilot, through the end of Season 2. So, full spoilers for 00, but of course, that's a show that the Great Gundam Project has already covered, so if you're a GGP listener, you are fine. Please enjoy the episode. Hello, friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mechanista NG. I was really hoping for the 30th anniversary of Gundam Wing we'd get wing variations, but no such luck. I'm Six Detmar.
Or they could just show us the frozen teardrop suits.
Or anything, yeah.
Yeah, they could show those instead of just providing line art that is them wearing the cloaks, which is just as obfuscated. Oh, it's so funny.
You know, I get there's probably a healthy fear that if they do much stuff with Frozen Teardrop, they'll have to translate it and people will realize it's really stupid and bad. And I think that's a good thing that it's stupid and bad, but most people probably won't.
I mean, it's interesting because it was originally widely reviled, like when it was getting translated and stuff. But it's something from Gundam Wing. Like, being kind of dumb and melodramatic is what Gundam Wing kind of is, especially like when the plot falls apart halfway through, because, you know, they decided let's just kick everyone out of the studio and bring a bunch of new people. You know?
I mean, okay, but people say that a lot, and I think, you know, it's not like that had no effect on things. But they had no plan.
I mean,
they were just...
Yes, but you can still tell when there's a changing of the guard, mainly because they're like, okay, remember how all these factions were split apart? We have to reform them again?
True.
Like, there is a rushing to, like, sort of clean things up a little. To mixed success.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like, that's the thing that's noticeable to me, at least.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Normal week.
Huh.
I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Normal week. So,
week.
I've already rolled for table. Let's see if... Sure.
Okay.
Let's
sound enthusiastic.
I used to like this design more.
Oh. That'll be interesting to talk about. Okay.
You know, I don't know. There's decent odds you get this fast, but you know. Here's a knee.
Ooh, interesting. These colors feel like I should know it. Just the black and white like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the shape of the knee there. And like the side skirt. Ooh, what is that? This isn't a Jinx of some sort, right?
No, it's not a Jinx.
Okay. Because I was like... This feels like it's probably an Epikawa design? I don't know. Like a 00?
Let me check MAHQ.
Okay. I'm like trying to judge based on the shapes and whatnot that I'm seeing. Actually surprised I didn't get this quick. It definitely feels relatively recent, looking at like the shading and whatnot.
Sure.
It's just I don't actually know entirely what it could be.
MAHQ does not, you know, says not Ebikawa.
Oh, does it have a name?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Not.
I mean, I could give it to you.
Not,
but that would be
now,
a minor confession of defeat.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that yet. Though my other guess would be, is it a Yanase?
It is not a Yanase.
Oh. Okay. Not a Koa, not Yanase. Ooh. It's not a Washio design, is it?
It's not a Washio.
Wow. Okay. Can I get a little bit more?
Sure. I'm trying to think if there's a more fun way we could do... Yeah, we'll probably just do that. That's fine. Okay. I had an idea, but it's a little too complicated for me to pull off. I was like, what if I gave you another design by this creator? And it's like, finding the right thing. It's kind of a little too...
I'm trying to figure out what this could be, just given the...
You'll probably get it with this picture,
the line work is, like... The line work looks newer.
There's your updated one.
What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, that's a hand. What?
That's what they say.
I don't know. What is going on here?
Well, so this is a knee.
Yeah, that's the knee. I can see a hand, and I can see a side skirt. I'm just trying to figure out, what am I... Oh, wait, is this a vegan suit?
Oh, interesting guess. No.
No. I see, this is the problem. I can't even pin down what series it is. This looks like it's gotta be, like, 00 onward. To me. This doesn't look like a Seed or Before suit. It might be a Seed, actually. It could be a Seed. It could be a Seed, just not an Okawara Seed one. Or is it an Okawara Seed one?
I'm trying to find... There's a fun idea I have in mind, but I have to get... They have to help me out on this one. And they're
this
not
is
doing
hard.
So.
Because, like, the shapes kind of remind me of... I'm trying to figure out what the knee is reminding me of, like, overall. Like, this knee feels familiar. I'm going to be really annoyed if this is something I've built. Or something like that. Because I'm staring at this and I'm like, this seems familiar.
I know, I'm so stupid. Oh, damn it. They designed a machine for Super Robot Wars, and the name was in Japanese, and without reading it, I just copy, pasted, searched it, and I was like, the results are not helpful. And then I stopped to read it, and I was like, Original Mecha Design. God damn it. That's not the name of the machine.
Wait, no. Is this just the Susanowo?
Yes.
Who the fuck did the Susano?
Fukuchi.
Fukuchi did the... Oh, duh, it's a flag variation. I'm dumb. Right, that makes sense. My brain spaced on that. We haven't covered the Susano?
We have not.
I thought we talked about the Susano and the Masurao at some point.
Actually, now that you say it...
Yeah, like, didn't we... Like, that's why I was confused. That's another reason Wait, hold on.
There might have been a request, unless it didn't get pulled off the sheet, right? It's not popping up on unit covered, at least.
I could have sworn we talked about... I don't know. I don't remember now.
It doesn't pop up on Google either.
Did we... What did we talk about? Did we do a flag episode at some point? Yeah, we did. Okay. Right, we did talk about the flags. Oh, you know what
I remember us talking about the cable.
Oh, the cable. It's, doesn't his,
it's because of the head.
Yeah, his head has that. That's why.
Both of us, because of that cable, fucking threw us off.
Yeah, okay. Right. We did recently talk... Okay. We recently did talk about a Mr. Bushido suit. It was just not this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see where my brain was getting, like, fried here. For some reason, I was just thinking we talked about this one, but no, we didn't, because, I mean, in the head episode, we explicitly were like, well, this will be a whole other can of worms. How long ago? Oh, we did the flag episode in 2021. Okay. That explains it a bit.
Yeah, a little bit of time ago.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, I mean, I think we covered a lot of it, but...
yeah, we covered a lot of flag variants, that's for sure.
Yeah, just not this one. funnily enough. I wonder if, with back then, I mean, I don't know, and I'm not going to re-listen to find out, but part of my brain's like, did I say, oh, we should cover the Masurao and the Susano when we cover the ahead Sakigake? I'm wondering if I said that or something.
That would be funny.
It would be pretty funny. Well, it'll be fine, because I think you know what, we can wrap this into another related machine, funnily enough.
Sure.
Just because,
sure.
If not, we'll only be talking about 2 machines today.
Yeah, we can do the Brave.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
fine.
do the Braves. You knew what I was talking about. Alright, so, alright, I guess we'll start with the Susano and work backwards, just because, to be fair, the Masurao and Susano are very similar. So.
Okay.
We'll just start with this. So, the Susano. This is a suit from Gundam 00. Hold on, let me turn off my air so it doesn't turn back on. And you don't have to worry about messing with the recording there. Anyway, alright. So, starting with the head. The head is... There is a hiding flag head in there, but not initially. Oh, that's the other reason I have flags on the mind, right? The GN flag kit also just recently came out. And I was talking about that in one of my chats because I was looking at the review of that. And yeah, you can see it there. So there is a flag head underneath. However, over the top of it, we've got a white visor that fits over the gold visor. We've got a armor wrapped around the head that is sort of like, you know, like a Kabuto helmet. Like, it's like the bits that are, you know, around the neck and whatnot. 2 absolutely gigantic stag beetle antenna basic, or like horns, for the horns on this. They're very large. And then also coming out of the back of the head, what appears to be a ponytail / it's the cable, you know, that the machine has. Then moving on to the torso, we've got a bit of white armor at the base of the torso. We've got the 2 pectoral sections. The pectoral sections have like a little white triangular piece of armor on the front of them. The top part of the triangle's got like a little extra like squared off area popped up on it. Then you've got a lot of armor over the torso here, like a big plate covering over what I believe is just the flag torso underneath, but it's got extra armor on it, so it's got this large plate with these little I believe these are part of the... Are these part of the Tri-Punisher? I can't remember.
I don't think so. The Tri-Punisher is just the big barrel that folds down.
No. 3 muzzles. 1 hidden in the abdomen and 1... Oh, no. 1 in each shoulder. Wait, what?
Oh, right. Yes. Here's a picture of it charging it.
They're in the shoulder. Oh. Right. I completely forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, I often forget about the Tri-Punisher, frankly, but...
I mean, he uses it like once, I believe. Same with like the chakram. I don't remember this thing doing much other than fighting with the swords. Like, I don't remember these other attacks other than when I'm playing like, you know, Gundam Extreme Versus and I'm using them. They're very strange. I guess these aren't like a gun or anything. These might just be like verniers or something. These little yellow parts. Anyway, and then, you know, underneath, behind the breastplate, you've got, like, a very skinny torso. Not very visible. For the arms, where the arms are connected, you have a large black fin raised up. And then for the shoulders, you got, like, a big, like, U-shaped white part on the, you know, at the base of the shoulder going out. And then inside the U, you have black armor with, like, a little bit of a... It's got what almost it's not, but it looks like a GN drive or something, right? Like these like big circular parts. And then I guess also the black parts, the covers can move on them. These black parts on the front are covers, and so these can pop open, and then, you know, that's where the Tri-Punisher barrels are. For the biceps, just they're biceps that are kind of larger at the base, and then they thin out towards the joint. Just kind of a standard joint going on here. Though you do get like a large spike coming out of the on the outer part of the joint for the circular part there. For the forearms, again, they are flag arms, except the left arm has a large white guard on it with a small spike on it. And then the right arm just has the normal flag arm. So only the left arm has this sort of like, it's not even really a buckler. It's just like extra armor around the outside of it. To go with that extra reinforced armor, it also has some reinforced armor right below the wrist, only on the left arm. And then the hands there are the flag hands. So they've got the big glove-like wrist parts, and then they're just they're larger hands. Specifically, that it's always noticeable, like on the Gunpla, that they have to do their own hands for all the flags and related units, which is always fun because they just got proportionally large hands. For the waist unit, you've got the crotch piece is black, and then you've got these side skirts. They're not really on the side; they're actually connected into the rear. So on the rear skirt part, you've got this like large, like these. It's like a block on the back, and then on the sides of it, you got these connectors. I guess they're kind of more in the torso section there, but either way, you've got these large arms that fold down and hold these big binders down on the sides of the legs. Which I believe these are just like, more like GN like thrusters basically. And they are movable, so they can be moved out of the way if necessary, if it needs to kick or something. Then for the legs, skinny upper leg. You can't really see the front of it too well, usually, because it's covered up by these large, like, thrusters. I should say with them, the front of them does have, like, a kind of conical intake. This actually, strangely on a design that is all GN, this has, like, a lot of these, like, conical intakes parts. It's got them on the legs here. We'll bring it up on the backpack, and it has them on the outside of the shoulders. Just interesting because they like evoke jet engines, which I guess is appropriate for a flag, but also, funnily enough, this is not using, conventional propulsion. It's using GN drives. Actually, are these the GN drive dows on the leg? On the legs? Because it has two of them.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm curious. I'm double checking. Okay, yes, the backpack is the GN condenser, and so these are the GN drives. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so yeah, these are the GN drives then mounted on the legs, as the whole. They are very decorative, though, because they've got these, like, large, almost blade-like protrusions of armor going down them. Start off black and then end in white armor. And they
by the way, with these openings on the chest on the Masurao, they're guns, but there's nothing mentioned about that for the Susanowo.
They probably still are, but it probably doesn't use them.
They probably still are.
Is the thing. So anyway, the leg, you've got these triangular knees going down. They have like a couple layers to them. For the lower leg, it's white armor on the front, black armor on the back. It's got some like thruster openings on the back of the calves. The legs kind of have a bit of a bell bottom on the bottom. It's a bit more wide on the outside of either leg, and then a smaller cuff on the inside of either leg. The feet are really interesting. I actually really like the feet design on this because it's got like the base toe piece is just like kind of connected into the leg, and then it's got like a tall toe. It's got a high toe shoe. It's like it extends out from the front of the toe, and then it almost has like a horseshoe shape on the bottom of it, like these big U-shaped like bottoms of the feet there. Just really weird feet. And then also it's got these heels that can pop down if necessary on the back of the legs. You can see them inside of a joint there, just these little pop down heels. Finally, for the backpack, you have a large GN condenser that almost appears like it almost looks like a fan, honestly, because it's got like 3 little, it's got these 2 white blades, one on either side, and then it's got the black one on the bottom here, and then, a jet engine just jammed in the middle of the propeller is what it looks like. Though you wouldn't want it to spin, given that the cable is hanging out back there. And yeah, so the Susanowo, is, Mr. Bushido's final suit of the season. Keeping up with Graham being Graham, he's like, hey, I'm staying in my flag still, and that's what this machine is. Its weapons are weird as fuck. So you've got the Shiranui and Unryu sabers. These are both solid blade swords. Shiranui is the longer one and wielded in the left hand because, as we've established before, Graham is left-handed. And then he wields the shorter one in the right hand. They can split open their blades to do a small bit of beam over the surface. That way, they can still clash with the beam saber, but they're also treated so that they can stab through GN particle fields and whatnot. That's the point of having them be solid.
Sure.
So, it's got a double mode going on with it. The generator of the Shiranui, I didn't know this, was taken from the Howard long beam saber. I didn't realize that the Masurao's sabers were Howard and Daryl. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm sad that he renamed them. Should have kept them as Howard and Daryl.
I mean, spoilers, but in most ways the Masurao is cooler.
I think the Masurao is the cooler one, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so these are 2 solid swords that can be there. You can connect the grips of them into the Soten, which is, of course, a big double-bladed solid sword. We mentioned the Tri-Punisher. It essentially is a giant ball of energy. If you've ever played Gundam Extreme Versus, you fire the big ball, and then you follow up with a pizza delivery, which is the beam chakram, because it can generate a beam ring between its head antenna that, is able to, move around, and is, basically a weird little homing disc, that it can launch. It's very goofy. And then, it has, GN... These are GN claws in the waist, apparently, these white parts. They can grasp and strike, if necessary.
Does he ever use them?
I don't think so, but
I mean, he doesn't
do much.
He doesn't make
machine.
a lot of use of this machine. Yeah.
Well, because I feel, does he even deploy in the Susanowo all that much before it gets destroyed? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, I know he uses it some. How much, I can't say.
I guess,
okay, no, it's in 2 episodes of the show, so no.
Yeah, because I was going to say, and I mean, even the Masurao, if I remember right, I think the Masurao was only in, 1. Because I remember the Masurao, he appears in it, and then he gets owned.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. The, Susanowo kit actually came out before the Masurao.
Sure.
Just was looking at the 00 kits. Oh, okay, cool. I was looking mostly for an example of, the beam blades, or the GN claws, splitting. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Though I feel a little weird about having these giant claws, while, on the same arm that is holding your GN drives, because I'm I don't know. Sometimes GN drive locations, especially in Season 2, scare me, because I'm you're gonna get those cut off. And, to be fair, that does fucking happen to the 00. I think the shoulders were a bad place for that. But,
sure.
Anyway. The sidebinders, same thing. Where I'm wait a minute, you shouldn't weaponize the parts that your GN drives are on. But, no, it's fine. It's fine. Also, should link this, but here's the swords, as well as their connected mode on the right.
Yep.
And then when it is deploying the Tri-Punisher, we do have line art of that as well. Let me just throw that on the front. You can see the chest armor folds down. It's got a large barrel in there, and then the shoulders pop open. And yeah, it's got also on the left forearm the gauntlet, which apparently is a countermeasure against the energy backflow from its sabers, which is interesting.
Sure, why not?
It's got the power cable. The cable is able to connect into the left shoulder in order to help supply more power to the weapons. It can either be connected...
You can also plug into the weapons directly.
Yeah, it can either be in the shoulder or in the individual weapons directly. Apparently, when it's in the Soten configuration, it has to be in the shoulder, though, because the docking... It docks using the same ports that the cable plugs into. So
sure.
It can generate a GN field around it. That's what the little spikes at the end of them. Okay, interesting. And then it can do it can transam. And yeah, it's a neat suit. But it gets chumped kind of quickly, and funnily, like you mentioned, I think over time I've kind of had the Masurao grow on me a bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I liked this machine because I liked playing it in Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's really fun in video games. I enjoy it a lot in Gundam Extreme Versus. When I used to mess with it in full boost. It was a fun machine. It goes Transam, and then you put the... It has a very hard to cut combo because it's just doing the Transam thing of time to, do follow through attacks back and forth really fast. You basically just tie someone down with it. You're not doing the most damage ever, but you are making it really unpleasant for everyone involved, and it's great. And that's my favorite kind of suit to play in those games. This is my favorite kind of character to play in fighting games. Make it unpleasant for everyone but yourself. And that's the Susano. And yeah, the Masurao will be much quicker, just because we've already covered the basic design principles. It's just almost all the white parts, except for the ones on the pectorals, are red now. Along with the other... Its
head antenna is also a little less, aggressive. Yeah. Doesn't have as many, blades along the length of it.
Admittedly, that makes me like it a bit more. Because I already think the antenna is the most ridiculous part. And the cable has been colored black now instead of blue, so it doesn't stick out as much.
It is better in blue. Though I think I would do white.
Yeah. So the Masurao, the main difference with it is I think it doesn't... Does it use the... No, it doesn't use the Punisher. So presumably it doesn't actually have a hidden barrel inside of the chest or in the shoulders. Would be my presumption.
Sure.
But it has the Vulcans. And then it can still generate the Chakram. And then it has the Daryl and Howard, which are just GN Beam Sabers. Now, they are GN Beam Sabers that are shaped and generate blades that are like katanas, yes. The handles are very katana-esque. They even have little supas on them, which is really funny to me. And then, they generate a beam.
Well, the really funny thing is that the shape of the tsuba is based on the Union crest because this man is cringe.
This is insane. That is insane to do. I didn't even notice that. That is a ridiculous thing to do. He is embracing the spirit of Japan while also being the proudest American ever.
And he's not even.
But he's not, yeah.
He doesn't fucking care about America.
Look.
Do you think that was a thing that Billy did? And he was fine.
maybe this is how Billy got it to pass inspection. The Union guys are like, what the fuck we're already barely tolerating this masked man running around. What do you mean you're making him katanas? And it's like, the Subas are shaped like Union symbols because it will increase morale on the battlefield when he is leading everyone. Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Billy.
These katanas are in honor of Little Tokyo in downtown LA. Oh, okay, that's American.
Oh, we do also have... Well, we didn't have art of it generating the chakram with the Susano head. Here it is with the Masurao's head. It is literally... It just generates a disc and fires it. It's really bizarre.
The swords are cool.
Yeah.
I will give him the swords. I like those. But this design is kind of cringe, my man.
Oh, one other thing that's actually different. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned it. There are no claws on the side binders.
Oh, good point.
That's the other difference. They're a bit smaller, too, because they lack the claws. I was looking at the Dalong models together and comparing them, and even on the model, they didn't just mold those parts in black. These parts are now a unique piece, so... Oh, and I guess that's another minor change is on the backpack. Instead of having a, cone on the back, it's just got a little flat cap for the condenser. It looks like a GN condenser there, because that's usually what the condensers look like, so...
Sure. It's very funny that this machine was seemingly pretty close to done when he made them restart production. Because he was like, no, I don't want it basted on the head. Get this the fuck out of here.
Oh. Also, look at this ridiculous little beam chakram piece that I don't think came with the Susano. I think that only comes with the Masurao. Oh no, it does come with the Susano as well. Good. Is it a little different on the... I'm trying to see if... No, it's the same part. Okay. Guess it makes sense, because they still have the same internal parts, only spikes on the outside. I'm like...
It's also funny that Masurao translates to strong man.
He's so
guy's ego is so
cringe.
fragile.
He's so cringe.
Season 2 is such a flop era for that boy.
Yeah. Like, I love Graham, but I do not like...
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. This is why they separate Graham and Mr. Bushido on popularity polls, because if they didn't, then the stocks in Graham would go down. Oh, sorry, the other note, and I'm sorry, I was wrong about one more thing. The left arm does not have the gauntlet on this either. So basically, this is slightly skinnier in all ways. It's still better looking.
Yeah. Okay. That explains it. I saw that there was a second pilot, and I was like, what are you? Oh, sure, Gundam Exa. Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Imagine this being Setsuna's rival.
Whoa. What?
I realize we're doing like a unitard thing, but it really just seems like we can see your underwear, ma'am. If you
Her
could just
name
make
is
that skirt a little
Pigna
longer.
Hershey?
Uh-huh.
Okay. She's a big fan of Hiro Yui. Okay.
She would... Okay, so apparently she repeatedly refers to how she's going to kill him, but she's just making an inside joke. She doesn't want to kill him. She's just referencing Hiro threatening to kill Relina.
Okay.
Folks, this is how you get yourself into trouble in parasocial relationships. They don't know you.
I was
like
gonna
that.
say, also, like, the Exa characters viewing the universe of Gundam as shows the way we do, only that they could directly involve themselves in, is probably, like... I feel like when you're like, oh, I'm just saying that as a joke, and then Hero's like, how do you know about that? Like, that's not a conversation that'll go well with him.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, alright, time to cover some cooler machines in Graham's redemption era, some could say.
Yeah.
And I do like these machines, actually. I do like the Braves quite a bit. I guess we'll start with the standard Braves, and then we'll talk about the commander type. So, the Brave standard test type is a mobile suit from Awakening of the Trailblazer. This can be seen as like the actual successor to the flag, especially in that there's more than one. You know, because the Masurao and the Susano are one suit for one guy. Now, I guess this is for a special team, But it's just kind of fun that, you know, it's a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Brave, couple of things on it. The head is kind of your standard flag head, but with a bit of a new visor going on. Like, the shape of it's not like the prior ones. It's got a very obvious indentation going down, like, the horizontal plane of it there. Let me see real quick. I was just pulling up to see if MHQ had some line art of this. Yeah, okay. It also, you can actually see it here. The eye is exposed at the top, which is common on a lot of the flags, is having the little red eye on the top. So, still has that going on. And then the head horns are asymmetrical in this version. The left horn is a little bit larger than the right horn. Otherwise, then it's got the same little, like, cheek parts as the flag on the bottom of the head there. For the torso, we've got pretty similar overall layout to a lot of the flag and related machines. You've got two pectorals on either side that have these white pieces of armor on the front of them. The white armor on this is sort of a soft triangular shape, though the flat, or the end of it has like this little bit sticking out. Again, kind of like how the Susano has the triangles, but then has like a little bit on top. Just one of those things where it's like, okay, add a little bit of extra to make the shape more interesting. Instead of the fins being like kind of like in between the arms and the torso, the fins are now above the pectorals on either side as well. For the torso, you've got the GN Vulcans just kind of built in on the sides, very similar to the Masuraos. The midsection, you've got a large black piece running down the chest, ends in a point, and then you get green armor running around that. You can see the main torso joint in the middle, like a large circular part. This is going to also be rotating for the transformation. So it's got this big, rotating part for the chest mobility there. Very skinny. For the arms, these are like you took the Masurao or Susano's arms and rotated them in a weird way, because it's like the U shape. It's got the black in the middle of the U, but it's like, instead of being, it's like you rotated it inward 90 degrees for either shoulder. Then the bicep, just kind of also should say that it has the conical things on the ends of the arms as well, a little bit behind the fins. You can't really see them from the front, but still has those like weird conical parts. The bicep, though, starts off thick at the top. These are a bit more rounded than the Susano and Masurao. These are a lot more just circular, thins out as you go towards the joint. Then for the arms are interesting. So you've got at the bottom of the arm and the top of the arm, you get like, green armor in the same color as the normal armor. The rest of the arm armor around the elbow, around the sides, is all black. You also have a black wrist piece before the hands. The hands are still the larger flag style hands, though these do have a separate color for the back of the hands. Usually the flag hands are all black, but these do have green covers for the hands. Then moving on to the waist for the legs. So the waist is interesting. You've got like the crotch piece that hangs down, and then you've just got these big cylinders on either side that are like, it's actually armor for the leg, because you can see behind it, right? Like these aren't rotating, these green parts here. It's the parts underneath. It's weird. That's just got this like floating like cylindrical armor on the fronts. But yeah, and then nothing on the back though. The whole rear of this is just all frame, so you just see the connections for the legs going through, which is fun. And for the legs, kind of an interesting shape on them. On the back, they're very rounded. On the front, they've got this like kind of, like, again, sort of the same shape as the shoulder, where you got the green U with the black in the middle of it, just kind of hanging out here on the legs on the front. then they the thighs are a bit more flat on the sides, a bit more rounded around the front. Have a large panel line running down them. For the knees, rather tall knees in green. They've got like a little thruster part on the bottom of them there, and a little like there's a line running down from the thruster all the way down to the bottom of the leg. Black armor around the sides. It has these little flap bits on the back, kind of similar to the Masurao and Susano. It's got a little bit of white triangular armor below the black parts. For the feet, just a large like toe extension, and then an even smaller version of like the little horseshoes that the Masurao and Susano have. And no flip down heels either, interestingly enough. Finally, for the backpack, kind of a fancy apparatus here. So it's got the GN drive in the middle, and then you've got these little like blades sticking out on either side. It's kind of like a cut down version of the one that's on the Susano and Masurao, or specifically the Susano, with having like the cone on the back. Though this is actually the only GN drive. These don't double up on them. These only use one GN drive tau. And then also attached to the backpack right below there, you've got an initial little like joint, and then an L-shaped arm, and then these L-shaped arms have extra just large thrusters on either side. The back picture omits the thruster, but you can see it behind the arm there. It just omits it so that, you can see the arm.
And it's also the side binder here, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's a beam cannon. That's a beam cannon.
Oh, it's a beam cannon? That was a thruster too. Okay.
I think it's also a thruster, but
okay.
There's a thruster here, and then there's the beam cannon here. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Happening.
Yeah, okay, multi-purpose side binders, as they are called. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, and so, like I said, it's omitted in the rear art, but it's on both sides. Yeah. This is not that asymmetrical where it only would have one on one side. And then you can see them both actually in the transformation art there. So, yeah, the Susano and the Masurao did omit the transformation in spite of being flags. The Brave goes back to having it. And it's a very simple one, much like all the flags. The legs just fold, well, I should say, the torso folds the waist forward, right? So you shoot this waist up forward. The legs kick directly backwards. The head kind of tucks in with the chest there, just looking, down. And then looks like for the arms just reach forward. Are they just clasping?
No, backwards.
Oh no, they're backwards. Okay.
This is the innovation here. It's like specifically says that they got this from the Harute. They were like, oh, arms backwards.
Okay.
Because in the flag, of course, they're just pointed straight forward, pressed tight against the chest, and they look stupid.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's the leg joint right there. Okay, I see what I'm looking at. Yes, those are the legs. It's just... it's so weird seeing the legs like that. This is a very strange... Like, it's both inelegant and elegant. It's really weird, right? Because, like, the flags are usually very inelegant. Like, their transformation is barely a transformation. Again, it's not even really a transformation so much as this is a flight mode that you go out of when you're in combat. The only person...
Yeah, it crumples up into it.
The only person who's a freak and does more with it is Graham, who would... do it.
Well, I think you'll find that Graham's not the only one who can do a Graham special.
Well, the one guy did it and then immediately died.
Sure, but he made it into the history books. It's all the same.
To be fair, these guys can do it, I think. The Soul Braves.
Well, that's just because they have AI.
Oh, right. But we do see them doing lots of cool maneuvers. I do love the way that these things move in the movie, because they do... I mean, it's a movie, so it's high budget, but I do feel like even if, like, the movie can just be a bunch of guys shooting at gray things, I do feel like the Braves get a couple of cool moments, especially Graham's, which we'll talk about.
Sure. For the record, folks, I wasn't just talking shit. There's a special Leaf operating system that handles in-battle transformations.
Oh, no, wait, Leaf? Is it based off the one guy? The Innovade?
Erickson?
No, because Because I thought there was an Innovade named Leaf something in
Is there?
Let me see, Leaf. Yeah, Leaf Recitativo.
Oh, yeah. No, I guess it probably is because it's spelled the same way. It's probably him.
Let's see. I'm on his page. Let's look up Okay, it doesn't bring up the Brave at all, so maybe it is just a coincidence. A complete coincidence.
Or maybe it's just a reference / shout out on the creator of the fact of the part of the creators.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so they are for equipment. We've got the Drake Howling GN beam rifle, which is a ridiculous name. It's a pretty cool looking GN beam rifle because it's essentially the Flag's really cool gun changed into a beam rifle. Like, it's got the same overall kind of like shape as the Flag gun.
I don't like any of the 00 like guns that are swords. I think they pretty much all look kind of dumb. But for one of those, it's okay.
Okay, fair enough. It is based on specifically the Trident Striker from the Overflag. To be fair, I believe the one on the Overflag is not meant to be a sword.
No, it's not. The Overflag one is just a gun.
It just is shaped like that. But, yeah. So...
Is it?
Yeah. The
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's,
I mean, it's kind of pointy, but it's... Yeah, no, it's just... You're just right. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, it's just not a sword. But, yeah. The rifle...
It's probably for aerodynamics, I guess.
The rifle also, as you can see, attaches to the chest when it is transformed, helps cover up the head, and, gives it, like, a nice nose cone. The beam cannon, when firing, can split apart, and it can be charged to fire a more high output blast. It can only fire the really big high output ones also while it's like connected into the chest while transformed. We don't ever see it like doing it, in the normal mode. Though it's still pretty strong even in the normal mode, I believe, when we see it getting used. And yeah. So there's a form of the Tri-Punisher with this machine. It's kind of weird. It's the Tri-Punisher opens up, and then, you know how I mentioned these shoulders are just the ones from the Susanowo / Masurao? They open up as well, and...
Do they? Are you sure?
It says that it fires with the... Doesn't it say with the shoulder? Or did I misread
the beam
that?
cannons, which aren't those
sidebinders. I misread sidebinders as shoulders. Oh, because it says cider binder. And so I think my brain saw that as shoulder binder. Just to show that I'm not crazy, quickly screen capping that, because you can see why, like, when my brain just went cider, shoulder, cider. Cider binder.
Sure.
That's a weird...
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one's fixed that. Anyway. Yeah, sorry. So it's not the Tri-Punisher at all. That's just a new weapon. Whatever.
Well, I mean, they all fire together. It's a Tri-Punisher. It's just a different style of
Tri-Punisher. Yeah, it's firing a giant beam blast, not a fucking orb. I mean, I get why it's called that. It's just funny to me, because it's like, normally in Gundam, the weapon names can be kind of specific, and in this, it's like, no. It uses 3. It's the Tri-Punisher, just like the Susanowo. And I'm like, that's not the same. Anyway, GN cannons built into the sidebinders can be fired in both the stand and cruise positions. They aren't as strong as the Drake Howling, but still have rapid fire performance. They are slightly smaller caliber than those on the Commander type, which we will be talking about in a little bit. The standard test types GN cannons are exposed at the tip of the sidebinders, whereas the Commander type actually can hide the barrels. This is another thing it mentions here. That'll be more for when we cover the other one. Does have GN beam sabers. Just kind of a standard handle for them here. The more wide handles you tend to get in 00. A bit more rectangular, but yeah. Where are they stored, I'm wondering? Stored in the sidebinders. Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Then the inside of each forearm also has GNB machine guns on the inner side of each forearm, it says. Those...
inside. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we have any art of that. Looks like no.
Huh.
I mean, I'm presuming it's just like a
like
little
them on
Vulcan.
other machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Estrella has, for instance.
It has a GN missile stored in the shin of each leg. They are positioned side by side, but one missile points upward while the other one points downward. When the front leg section that spans from the knee to the end of the shin lifts open, the top-facing missile is fired from the gap in the knee, while the bottom-facing missile is fired from the gap at the end of the shin. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Chakram grenade! It doesn't do a chakram at all. It just is. It causes a particle disruption field. Why did you call them? I wonder if it's the shape. One is stored in each leg's weapon bay below the top-facing GN missiles. I wish we had a cutaway of the leg. Unfortunately, there's like no art of that, like anywhere. I'm checking all these like other pages just in case, and no, we don't have any art of all these like secret functions that it's mentioning. And then 30mm machine gun mounted in the left and right chest. Oh, so it's not even GN. These aren't even GN Vulcans. These are just 30mm machine guns.
Yeah, the GN Vulcans are on the arms. So, listen, you've got both options.
I guess.
Question mark.
Just feel like making a GN guns in the torso would maybe just be a little bit less weight. And not really losing anything.
It's very judgy of you.
I'm just saying, it just doesn't feel like you'd be losing much. Hold on. I'm looking at the high grade real quick for this because I'm like, do we ever see any of these missiles or anything? Because I was looking at the art and I couldn't find any, and I'm like, oh. No, of course the high grade doesn't have like any of that. Does the manual have anything? No, of course it doesn't. It just mentions all of these armaments, and it's like, I don't see these, and also I can't find any art of them. You know what, real quick, I'm opening up one last resource real fast. I'm checking the mechanics in world, because that's like the last thing I can think of to check. Or is it? Oh wait, it's not mechanics in world. Whatever, you know what, we'll move on to the other machine, then I will look for it while I talk about that. So next up would be the commander type, which is specifically Graham's machine. So, the first noticeable major change, the head has symmetrical horns. It is also, in blue now instead of the more green color of the other units.
It's a really good color.
Yeah,
honestly.
It's a very, like, vibrant blue. Oh, interesting. Okay, funnily, we don't get some of the other armaments, but we do get the GNB machine guns on this one. I see why this wasn't included with the other machine, but here, these are the little machine guns in the wrist that pop up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like that whole section of the wrist there that's in color right there pops up, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I see why they didn't include this with the other Brave, even though it has it because it's in blue. So that's, it would be weird, but same weapon though. So for other changes on this, the glass has a slightly different design on the head. You can actually see it really well in the close-up. It's got the thing going on that like the overflag and whatnot have, where it's got the yellow, like, instead of having that horizontal line, it's just got that like glowy golden like under eye bit going on. So just slightly different glass on it. Other changes include the sidebinders. It did mention the muzzles are hidden for the beam cannon. I'm actually gonna open up the standard, the regular Brave. I'm gonna compare them because I'm like, okay, can you actually? I can't. I'm trying to see what it meant by like the beams being hidden. Oh, interesting. Okay. There is a slight difference on the design of the binders here that I'm actually seeing. Okay. So this is not just them making something up. Let me get the both pictures of the binders to compare. So here's the binder for this version. Obviously folded up onto the side. And then here is the binder for the other one. So it looks like the... I'm wondering... So is the barrel on the underside of this? And then, like, on this, because it's got this thicker armor that has the split? Is that what it means by it being hidden? I don't know.
I have no clue.
I have no clue. Other noticeable things, this has the little cones on it, as opposed to the flat condensers on this one. Also a much larger like little cone on the inside, and then even this like little bit of armor on the outside right here is much larger as well. So surprising amount of differences there. Obviously in the art is now holding the gun in the other hand because, well, it's Graham and he's left-handed. The anything else that's different on this Brave? Just trying to look real quick. I'm like,
just a fun note is that if one of the drives gets destroyed, it's able to take the other and transfer it to the back.
So
For
are
balance
these full
purposes, I
GN
guess.
drives in here?
Yes, that's where they're
Oh,
stored.
okay. So
Some
unlike the
binders.
Brave, which has one on the back, these have two that are in the side. That's why the side things are so much bigger. Okay. Because the regular Brave, it mentioned that it only has one GN drive, which is the one on the back. That's also why this switches to having the flat condenser instead of a cone on the back. Okay, I see. It's swapsied them. Switch that with the condenser. Switch these with the drives. Okay. Anyway, trying to see if there's anything else really. It doesn't have any unique armaments though. It does all the same things. It's got, the Drake Howling, it's got the GN cannon, the beam sabers, the machine gun, the chakram grenade, the machine cannons in the chest. I should mention we don't have any art of it, but these do optionally have the energy cables on the head. I don't remember them ever using them in the film. I'm like looking at the screenshots just in case, but I'm pretty sure we don't see that in the film. Like, we do see that it has, like, the little, slot there. The model kits optionally have them, so you could, have the cables.
Mm-hmm.
And I presume the cables would connect into the, like, just any of the weapons in general. Like, either the sabers or the gun. But who knows? Because from what I can see, it doesn't... I'm trying to look at the model, like, can it plug into anything? I don't think it can plug into anything on the model, even though the model came with it. That's funny. Yeah, because all of Dalong's pictures just have it free floating in the air. It's funny. But, yeah. It's cool. We get some ridiculous shit with Graham where he does this thing where he's like moving really fast and then he's like, oh, I need to stop. So he's getting chased by the Else here. We don't have a GIF, obviously, but you can see the little gray cloud of Else. He's charging up the beam cannon as it's like in the chest, and then he's like, after he was going really fast one direction, he immediately reverts and then does like a flip while firing the chest beam gun down at them. Like, he's like slingshotting himself backwards behind them in this scene, and it's really cool when he does it.
I forgot what it looked like doing like the railgun-y thing. That does make me like it a lot more. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, I like that he can still have the gun connected even while it's in like the standing mode. Like, it's not transformed here, it's just in there.
Yeah, I mean, so that pushes back on you saying it can't do the Tri-Punisher while in mobile suit mode.
Oh yeah, I guess it can. Because it can fire the beam cannons in that mode, so yeah, I guess it can. Huh. Ah, yeah, okay, I had to check. because the wiki does have a GIF of this right next to it too, and I was like, I don't think the GIF's gonna work, but
no, alas.
One other, I can't find any pictures of it with this. It has a large GN condenser that is like an optional backpack part that it can connect. We see it in the film for like one moment, and it gets ejected. Oh, actually, it's on the cruise position art. You can see it on the back right there in the middle. You see this large spike?
Oh, I just learned this totally supports GIFs.
Oh?
If you give them money.
Oh. Well.
Jerks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what can you do?
But yeah, no, so, that's just interesting. It's funny to me that they drew the cruise mode with the little optional part on it there, but yeah. And the way that gets used in the movie, after it launches, and once it reaches the zone with the else, this pops off. Because it's just a, extra GN particle tank.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I'm in the book. I did get into the book, and it's so funny because I did find some extra art that we didn't have, including the GN container, which is just, like I said, a big triangle slapped on the back. Not really a triangle, but a big point, I guess. That's the condenser. No pictures of the goddamn grenades or anything, though, and I'm mad about that.
Yeah, no one has these.
Yeah, I was like, okay, if I open up this final book, surely it'll have it. Let me see if it has it in the black and white art real quick, because that was on the color page, so maybe the black and white art will have it. That's the... Oh, no. Okay, that's the Union flag. Okay, I do have some cool art I can share that was not on any of the places. Which, to be fair, I think this is a more obscure book. But, first of all, a comparison of the two firing modes. Here's the side cannons firing. Specifically on the commander type where it pops open like that. As you can see. And then there's the chest, when it splits open and fires the beam through the middle. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Then, besides that, please show me the... Oh, here we go! Yes! I found them! Alright, there's the leg there. You can see from the front. So that shin has a missile facing up, that one has a missile facing down, and I guess these little side parts split open and it'll just fire one up and one down. These are the grenades. These are not shaped like chakrams. Why are they called chakram grenades? Is it just because you wanted to name it after...
Yeah. Okay. It must be.
And then we do have a picture of the cable, not actually plugged into anything, but we do have pictures of the cable. Which is funny to me that we just... Yep, there it is. The cable exists.
Do you think Graham was like, do you think you could curve the beam sabers? And Billy was like, Graham, stop.
No, he's over it now because he did his like half-hearted fake seppuku thing, and now he's no longer a...
That's true.
He has lost the spirit of the samurai.
Mm-hmm.
God. Stupid arc. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, these machines are fun.
These are fun. Sorry, I was trying to see if there was anything else. Nope, that's basically everything. Got like a slow little, for the video people, just as a nice little bonus, I guess. Here's the transformation.
So first it rubs its butt.
Just
sure.
That.
Oh, that's it's going from flight to person.
Yeah, flight.
Not person. Fuck. To mobile.
Yeah, no, flight to person. It doesn't have the other way around. I presume. Well, for the other way around, you just do this backwards, clearly. But yeah, man, I hate it because I was like looking, and I was looking at the old models because of Dalong, and even looking at the front, even if they're older, I kind of want one of these at some point. I wonder how rare they are.
They're cool.
They're cool.
I wonder if we'll get an update at some point.
Yeah. Well, fun fact about that, the new GN flag kit has one of its things is literally just labeled Union flag, rather than GN flag, and it's like a completely new runner. That kit is all new parts, actually. By the way, it doesn't recycle anything.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's completely new, which is really funny because, you know, it was like, maybe they're recycling. No, completely new. Here it is. Yes, the C2 plate, it just says Union flag instead of GN flag. And this is not, obviously, these are completely new parts, so. And I mean, you know, they always do this. Famously, the small Kapool from Divers has, you know, a Kapool plate that is, you know, parts that would work on a normal Kapool that has still not been released. So, doesn't necessarily mean anything, but they're at least future-proofing, so. Alright. And
it's so just 2 bits of Gundam news. One of them is nothing, but it's extreme. I feel like it's a sign of how, I don't know, listen, we've had some tech problems over on Scanline, right? On the website, right? So maybe I shouldn't be throwing shade. But it feels a little wild to me that P-Band is like, we're going to do some routine maintenance, so the site is down for a week. Like, what?
Hey, maybe they'll just turn it to the site it was before, which worked fine, instead of whatever the fuck the updated website sucks. And now, luckily, I haven't had to buy shit on it, because I haven't had work, and, you know, I haven't bought anything. But it seems like the new site sucks every time I've just even tried looking at things on it. So, you know.
It's not ideal.
The worst part is the prior site worked. Like, there was that little bit of time when it first opened where it went down, and then it was fine for 3 years, and then they were like, okay, time to make a new... this is just being online. This happens all the time. I hate when things are just like, time to change things just to change them. It's like, come on.
Yeah. The other thing was, did you see the new Thunderbolt design we got?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, God. Okay, I thought you were going to bring up the fucking 8th MS team thing.
Remind me what that is?
Oh, the live-action movie,
movie
seems like it's going to be an adaptation of 8th MS team. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
No, we have a Thunderbolt Double Zeta.
Oh, I think I did see this retweeted somewhere, but I didn't really get a... Oh my god. Oh, that's so weird. Otagaki, you madman.
It feels like it's like got some GPO2 in it.
You know, all the orbs on it, I know that he's also doing this because of, you know, the Atlas Gundam being like that, but, what it's making me think of is, he's making me think of Steel Jeeg with these shoulders.
Of what?
Kotetsu Jeeg, the Gonagai robot from back in the day.
I don't think I know this one.
Jeeg is a robot that, the gimmick with it is all of the, now, obviously not on the model there, all the ball joints are supposed to be magnets. And the idea is that its parts would be sent onto the battlefield, and then also it has, like, optional replacement parts and stuff. It was, like, its original gimmick back in the day.
Sure.
And then, you know. Now, there are toys that try to replicate that. The problem is magnets do not last forever, so, you know. It is not ideal, so that's why... You know, something like the model would probably be better just for longevity. But yeah, just an old Gonagai guy.
What you'd have to do is make it like electromagnets, so it runs on a battery. Because batteries can be replaced.
The kid from the newer Jeeg show, because there was, I say newer, it was 2007. He looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist to me every time I see him. Like, he doesn't have enough colors in his hair, but just something about him feels like he would be a Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist to me.
The way the hair is, like, shaped.
Mm-hmm.
especially. And then, I think also the face style, but the way the hair is shaped, where it is like the Yu-Gi-Oh philosophy of where you see hair is just a series of blades.
But yeah, that's the Jeeg is what these like shoulders and shit give me the vibe. Well, especially with how thick this is compared to like the Atlas Gundam, because the Atlas Gundam's a skinny guy. This is big because it's the double Zeta. I like that he just went in with it having bullhorn V-fin also.
I mean, it looks like the top of the head could like fold back, and that's a plane that could fly out.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny that Otagaki, like, early on people were like, oh, I hate that he's just trying to do, like, annoying, like, hard SF things, like, all the extra thrusters and extra parts on it. And then now, like, when he's in, like, the Zeta era shit, he's just like, I'm just gonna go ham. I'm just gonna make weirdos.
Yeah, he's just getting goofy with it.
That's fun, though. That's the thing, is it's fun. But, alright. With that, 6, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Blue Sky at 6.scanlinemedia.com. You can find Scanline Media's work at scanlinemedia.com or patreon.com/scanlinemedia. And of course, you can join us on the Scanline Media Discord, link down in the show notes. Dylan, what about you?
You can find me at Low Poly Robot on, Blusky? Blue Sky, and yeah, and I'm also on the Discord, so you can say hi there. You gotta have a Graham Acre line, right?
Sure. Well, I mean, what do you want?
I don't know. You're the one who does this, not me. I don't come up with quotes.
Being a Virgo, I can't shake the sentimental feeling that we've always been meant to be together.
I love Graham. Like, I know we said it like we were covering the suits from his dud era. I still love him. Oh, he's so good.